Okay, that was Attack on Titan, Season 3, Episode 4.
Oh, is that what the show's called? I thought
Should
it was
be.
Attack on Scouts.
Yeah. You know, if man, it's so interesting. If last season was, if the first season was like, okay, we're introduction inside and outside the walls. Season 2 is primarily outside the walls against the Titans. Season 3 so far is most definitely showing us what the inside is like, you know?
It's like, let me show you some people fighting against what they have been told is the real issue, and now let me show you what the real issue actually is.
Yeah, it's so difficult to call someone a bad guy in the show right now for me, because, like, Niall, for example. I first met Niall and hated his guts. I met Niall in episode 14 of season 1, and I was like, you piece of shit.
We did not like him.
He has a family and a wife, and he is doing what he thinks is right and best to...
And what he's being ordered to do. He's doing his job.
Yeah, and to provide and keep and do what he thinks he needs to do to keep his family and his life safe. You can't expect everyone to do what is considered the one right thing when you have so many so much personal interest in your life and who you care about.
Right. Like, you might know that something is maybe the morally right thing to do, but to you, you also have to consider your family. Your wife and your kids, and will following what you know is probably truly the most righteous path, will that put your family in danger?
Like,
maybe.
In reality, it's not like one or the other. It's like one or the other when doing what could potentially be and lead to a morally right outcome is probably less than 1% of a success rate, when shutting up and making sure you can spend the most time with your immediate family and give your immediate family the best life has like a 90% success rate. So it's like, I don't blame I don't blame anybody in that, right?
This reminds me of the speech that Pixies gave on top of the wall, where as people were walking away because they were like, this fight isn't worth my life kind of thing. He brought them back by bringing up the reason that they were fighting to begin with, and or that they joined the military, and that was to create a better world for their families and their children.
Yeah.
And that got a lot of them to turn around and come back and fight, even though most of them died. And that's just kind of how this show goes, is all of these people decide to dedicate themselves to the military and to the scouts and garrison, and eventually, you know, they might have to die in order to keep with this goal of creating a better future for their families.
In my emotions right now, I am very like, fuck King Fritz, fuck his inner circle.
5 dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Fritz.
Fuck them all,
dudes.
they suck.
They suck.
And I hate them. But if I'm trying to be like, what has this show taught me so far? It's like, let me wait to say that I fucking hate them and hate their guts and despise them until I know why they're doing what they're doing.
Right, okay, because we didn't really even know that Niall had that backstory with Erwin. And we didn't know that... I mean, it's obvious that Niall wasn't super happy about Erwin being taken into custody by the fact that he showed up to talk to Erwin. Yeah. He obviously heard that Erwin was being taken in and wasn't ecstatic about that.
Like, my assumption is very easily, okay, the king and the inner circle have known the past of what Erwin's dad suggested it to be. They know how life got to be how it is and want to do everything they can to keep it how it is so that they can maintain their lavish lifestyle. That is what I am assuming to be the case, and because of that, I hate them. That being said, they've said that they want to keep the walls the way that it is and the peace within the walls. What is the alternative if they are the ones who I presume are the ones 100 years ago, the people to make the Titans in the first place?
the wrench in all of that you literally just brought up, that they obviously want to keep all of this stuff secret. They just admitted that Erwin didn't learn anything from Historia.
Yeah, I know.
But they're still gonna kill him.
To be safe.
Well, I mean, they're probably gonna kill him because they're like, shit, we already tortured and interrogated him, so we need to make an example out of him say that he tried to learn things or kill him for whatever reasons they're gonna come up with.
So yes, at the moment, fuck these guys. I hate them. They're the bad guys. I am still very curious to know specifically why they believe what they're doing is right. If it is not just, I like being rich and having my shit.
Well, one of them literally called everyone a bird in a cage and was really happy about it. So I'm like,
you're right.
They're already admitting that they like and are aware of the situation that they've placed all of these common people in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely leaning towards they have intentions on protecting their own wealth and the life that they want, and everyone else can go suck it.
That's very true.
So maybe we'll find out more from them of why they're doing what they're doing, and it might be slightly not redeemable necessarily, but might make sense.
I don't think it would be
degree.
redeemed, but I think it would be like, oh, I can kind of see it, or that just reaffirms why you're an asshole, you know?
Yeah.
You know, one thing I think this show does amazingly well is showing and making the audience feel the scale of this world that they've built. Like, the showing the people, the citizens around Hanji when Boss was, like, being confronted. Great. And then showing the journalists. Like, showing that, like, really makes me, as a viewer, feel like the world that we're living in and how it's, like, living and breathing, you know?
The journalists were a great example, both in the first instance we saw them in the episode and later. Like you said during the episode, the old man's face looked a little more worried, while the young man looked so excited at this story and this revelation and more hopeful even. But it's like, it makes you think, how many other things did that old man know or learn over the years that he never could share? Because he seemed to know, don't worry, we're not going to write any stories about the Interior Police. What other things did he know the Interior Police did?
I'm sure he has known a lot. I'm wondering if, like, he was like this one kid once, you know? Like, and
maybe
was,
he
like,
got threatened.
Yeah, and, like, saw the dangers of it firsthand. I mean, like, we know, like, one of the really good examples here that we're going to get to in a second was when the Interior Police guy, fell to his knees being like, I thought they were going to kill my family kind of shit type beat. Like, like they don't have a choice in their own right. It doesn't absolve what they're doing by any means, but it makes sense. That's what I love about the show. People aren't just doing, it's totally okay if people just do shit and we can assume their motive. We don't have to assume here. They are doing and having these actions, and then we can completely see why they're doing what they're doing.
And make sense doesn't necessarily mean we would agree with what they chose. It just means that we could understand how a person separate from us or even ourselves could make a decision like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be super surprised if that was someone's motive for doing what they did. I might not choose to go through things the same way they did, or maybe I would. I don't know. I've never been in a circumstance like that.
So, just awesome job, right?
Yeah.
Marlo and Hitch? Marlo and Hitch sounds like a...
Oh, they sound like they're both gonna be like not like a buddy cop.
It does sound like a
or
buddy
like,
something.
Bonnie and Clyde or something.
Marlo and Hitch.
They're endgame. They're gonna get married.
I was just about to say that. I want them together, yeah.
We've only had one couple in this show, and they didn't work out.
I am with you that I'm a little worried about Hitch still. I hope that doesn't pay off, like that worry. I hope that she stays true. That being said, what great additions that they are back. A little bit convenient that they're the ones here, but I'm fine with it because of the reveal of Annie being the Titan.
To me, it kind of makes sense that they would force all of the new recruits that didn't really know anything to be the ones searching the woods.
Well, I agree with you there. Yeah.
So it is just, it doesn't seem like it's purposeful in any other way than to bring characters back into the story. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's like, oh, these ones were planted here by people in the universe purposefully.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like the author bringing back two characters that especially because they're the two that had a connection and
Annie.
dialogue with Annie.
I like their characters a lot. I liked them a lot when we were first introduced to them and wanted more, so I'm glad that we get more now.
Agreed.
I said that Marlowe was like a horse, and I don't take it back. He is a good boy, and I like him. I loved Jean's, like, act here.
I love that Marlowe could tell it was an act.
Right?
And Hitch was like, I'm gonna whack you in the head.
With a perfectly cut stick. But I love it. Marlowe and Hitch.
Why do we never talk about concussions in this show?
Yeah.
Like, without a doubt, some of these characters have probably gotten, like, 10 concussions, and we've never once seen them be like, ooh, I lost all my memories from yesterday. What happened? Oh, you fell off your horse or were thrown by a titan. Like,
I thought I was screwed for a minute there. I thought they'd kill me, not his family, I guess.
Oh, we're looking at Flegel, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Flegel, right?
F-L-E-G-E-L?
Yeah.
Wow, I can
F-L-E-G-E-L, yeah, correct. But the interior police for a minute there, I thought they'd kill me. Still, like, they definitely have something over their heads so that, like, oh, yeah, we were tracking them down and they got away. That's easy enough to be killed for.
Yeah, but it's like, this character in like, his display of, like, fear and sad, oh my god, I thought they would kill me, is so weird in its juxtaposition with how he then immediately stops crying and lifts up his gun towards Flegel. I'm like, if you thought they were gonna kill you, and so you're facing the reality of what death means, wouldn't that make it somewhat an emotional experience to kill someone else? If you're in that moment also thinking about what death means?
Maybe. Like,
I guess if you were like a good person, maybe.
Or like
yeah, maybe empathy. If you were just in that position yourself of staring down the barrel of a gun and you're like, sorry, dude, it's my family or your life, but like there's going to be some emotional there, right?
No.
Obviously not.
If the interior... He would not be in the interior police if he had that type of personality.
Is this guy in the interior police, or is he just given the orders by the military police?
Oh, good question. Could be.
I feel like these guys were just lackeys. But I don't know for sure.
He did say the interior police and their schemes, everyone here is a witness. But that was the other
But
guy.
I think the guy was when he asked what the deal was. Oh, well,
I thought he said, so you're saying it was the interior police, and then he said it wasn't our squad, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that would infer that they're interior police.
It could, but the interior police is a part of
the military police.
But it probably does say that these are interior police.
I would think so, but it definitely could be wrong. The most what the fuck moment of the episode
is the guy that looks like a pirate, who's an interior policeman.
Kenny Ackerman.
Is a
bro.
Do you get what I'm saying when I said that Mikasa's father wasn't Asian? And
no, I thought Mikasa's father was Asian.
No,
and
it was
his
it was the mom.
I don't think so.
Go back and look at Mikasa's parents. Her dad was like a blonde dude.
How would she have the name Ackerman then?
Because that's Kenny, brother of her father's. That's their name. You get the dad's name.
Okay, yeah. But I don't know. Really?
I'm pretty sure they were trying to kidnap the mom also.
Oh, you're right. Because they were like the mom. They didn't want to kill the mom.
Mm-hmm. How much do you want to bet that Kenny sold out the information that his brother married an Asian woman or something?
That could totally be it, because it's kind of like, he's living this better life.
Does he look like Kenny? The dad?
I don't.
I mean, like, they just have, like, dirty blonde hair. They both look like grown men. Grown anime men.
Ask your dad. Hey, Dad. I don't know.
I mean, maybe that's why they live in a humble cabin in the woods, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Don't have
She's
a lot of...
Asian. Well, that doesn't mean the Mikasa's family, or the Ackerman family's Asian.
No, I did say the Ackerman family was Asian.
Okay.
You get your dad's last name.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a lot of trouble.
Is it too hot in here?
It's pretty hot. But, yeah.
He obviously heard that Erwin was being taken in and wasn't ecstatic about that.
Yeah.
He obviously heard that Erwin was being taken in and wasn't ecstatic about that. Ecstatic.
Ecstatic.